What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the SH Figuarts Suicide Squad Deadshot. Now here we do have Deadshot in the packaging. Really looking forward to this figure. We have an image of the figure here. This isn't an actual image of Will Smith. It's actually just an image of the actual figure. On the side we have an image of Deadshot. Forgot to say we have the figure plus some of his accessories right here on the side. On this side, we have an image of the figure with his alternate heads, and just a pose you can get him into. On the side, does say his name, Deadshot, and I really do like the brown and red box that we have here. But, box out of the way, let's actually take a little break, get this guy opened up, and then we'll go on to the rest of his review. So sit tight, everyone. And here we have Deadshot out of the packaging. Before we get on to the figure, let's have a look at his accessories. The first accessory we're having a look at is the Will Smith head, the Floyd Lawn head, if you will. And I have to say, they did a really good job of capturing the likeness of Will Smith. You can see just from about every angle, it looks like Will Smith. I'm pretty sure this was all 3D printing. I don't believe that this was hand sculpted. But besides the Will Smith head, we do get the masked Deadshot head. You can see he does come with a little, I guess, targeting computer you would call that. His mask is nicely detailed. You can see the vents right here in the front. The eye is nicely painted, which is a really nice detail that they threw in there, and it's really done really nicely. His mask also has texturing right here on the side, as you can see. And it has texturing right up here too, so that's really cool that they were able to just implement all the texturing throughout the head, not just on the front or the sides here. So we do get two heads, and those pop on really easy. It is just a single ball drain, and you just tab that into place, and then there we go. And now with Deadshot's head on, let's actually move on to his next accessories. Deadshot here does come with a total of 6 hands. We do get a pair of fist hands. We get a right and a left. Pair of his hands opened, and I'm going to guess these are for style pose hands. They do look really cool. You can see the paint is also really done nicely here. And then we do get a right trigger hand and a grasping left hand, and these are going to be used to hold his next accessory. But all the hands pop on really easy. You just want to take the hand that you're going to use and peg them on. Although it has been a little tricky getting the hands in and out, and mainly just the fist hands going really easy. Everything else seems to want to struggle with me. But you can just take the hand that you're going to have them displayed with. Let's see if the camera will focus. And you're just going to want to peg that in. Make sure that you are fully aware which way the peg is going. Peg that in. And then we have Deadshot with his hands in. So when we're at it, let's actually pose him with his, or get his next accessory out of the way. And Deadshot's final accessory, we have here his rifle. You can see it is really nicely done. You can see right here, right underneath all the bullet clip, we do have the Deadshot cross. The little crosshairs right there. And this gun is done really well. You can see that it's not the same on both sides, which I really do like that. The safety is painted gold on both sides. The clip is done really nicely. Even the scope is this really nice, vibrant gold plastic, which I really do like that. I kind of wish that the buttstock, or the stock of the rifle, extended a little bit, but that's a little too much to ask, especially since it's already such a nice figure. But other than that, that's all he comes with. I was actually hoping that he would come with his handguns, but unfortunately he doesn't. So what we're going to do now is show him off with the rifle really fast, and then we'll move on to his details. And here we have Deadshot posed with his rifle, and something I want to point out really fast is, on mine, I don't know if this is a universal issue, but he doesn't really hold the rifle all too tight in his pistol grip hand, even though he's supposed to have it. You can see it is really loose in his hand. It doesn't really want to stay in place, which is a little unfortunate and not my cup of tea, but it is what it is, and unfortunately that's how it is with this figure, that he's not going to be able to hold on to his rifle with just one hand. But anyway, that's Deadshot's rifle for you, so let's actually move on to the figure's details. So here we have Deadshot, and I'm going to say, again, really nice looking figure. He does have a few issues with him, and we'll get more into that after we have a look at the details of him. But overall, I'm really glad with this pickup, and he's a really nice addition to my collection, and if anything, he's an upgrade from the Multiverse Deadshot that we got, which so far the Figuarts figures have just been much better, and you know, it's heads and tails between them. It's really obvious on the market for them. But anyway, let's go on to some of Deadshot's details. Here I was saying that he has a lot of great details, and I'm going to try to point those out to you. So here we have Deadshot's head, which we've already covered. The mask is nicely textured, and it's painted really well. One thing to note is that he is missing the printing right here on his neck. It should say, "I am the light, the way," and unfortunately, we don't have that on this figure. But you can see his armor is this gunmetal color, and it's painted, it's painted really well. And then we do get his Deadshot crosshairs right here. The rivets are painted in a silver, or painted silver, I should say. We do get some armor right here on his shoulders. On the back, the gunmetal continues on the back. We do get some variety on the reds here. You can see it's dark red and lighter red. And I don't know how well the camera's picking this up, but there is a lot of texture throughout the costume, which is a really nice detail, and really glad that they were able to showcase that on this figure. You can see his gauntlets are done really well in that really dark red with the gold and the black. And then on his gauntlets we do have a glossy red, which I really do like that it's two different varieties, or different shades of red here. You have a matte finish here, and then we get the gloss right here. The clips are done really well. You can see some of them have the gold ends, especially right here on his thigh, which these are fixed, and I think these do come off. You can see they are pegged. I thought they were sculpted onto him, but I guess it prevents him from breaking if something goes wrong. And then we have his gun right here, which I think, that one is molded on. Unfortunately, the gun right here on his side doesn't come out of its holster, which is a shame because I really did want to have him displayed with that gun. And then we also do get the two guns in the back, which again are sculpted pieces. They're not functional. Kind of wish they were, because I kind of want to have him displayed with multiple guns because he is Deadshot. Pants are really nice. I do like the way they did the knee pads. You can see they don't go all the way around because of the articulation, but they do go most of the way around. And they do look nice. Going on to his boots. His knife is a separate piece, but it doesn't come out of the sheath. It's just a peg that goes right here on the side. So a couple of missed opportunities on this Deadshot. I kind of wish that the gun right here on his side was removable. Kind of wish he had removable guns right there. But overall, still a really nice and impressive looking figure, and I'm really glad I picked him up. And as always, guys, let's get a quick comparison between the SH Figuarts Deadshot and his Multiverse counterpart, if we can get the camera situated there, and we'll bring in the Multiverse Deadshot. And here we have Deadshot posed next to Deadshot, and I'm not going to lie to you, it's no contest which one I'm going to be having in my display. I know normally the SH Figuarts figures tend to be a smaller scale than the Multiverse line, but these two are about the same size, and the detail on him is just so much better than this one. This one almost looks like a knockoff version of Deadshot. So if you're deciding between the two, if you have to go with this one, then you're going to pick this one up. But if you have the funding for this one, I really recommend you get this SH Figuarts Deadshot. So let's actually go on to his articulation, and that's where I have most of the problems with this figure. He's a really cool figure, but I still have issues with him. And we'll start at the head. For starters, he does have a ball jointed head. He can look up, down, left and right. Gets a ball joint right there. I believe it's a double ball joint because he can get a really good range of movement in the head. And then we also do have a ball joint in the neck, connecting the neck to the torso, so we get an added range of movement there, which I do enjoy that we do get. His arms are on a ball joint, so we do get the ability to drop them down about that far, move them back up. We can shift them down to get them going out to about that far, and then we can rotate all of that socket. These are actually a softer piece of plastic, although they're not too soft, so I really wouldn't recommend moving them up and down too much. His arm does hinge out. We get a swivel right underneath the armor, right where this clip or this shoulder strap is, so I do like that. We get a single bend in the elbow, but we get really good range there. His hand is on that hinge joint, so we can move it inward, outward, side to side, however you want to have him posed. You can do that. If you want to have the wrist hinging in and out, you can. So really do like the range of movement there. He does have a butterfly joint, which helps bring the arm out. And it's a little stiff on this side, but it can bring it out, and we can have him crossing his arms like so. And then we get to his torso, which I think is the biggest problem with his articulation. He really doesn't move all that far forward. He moves back about that far. Forward, no more than that, and that's because of the way his armor is sculpted. But we do get some side to side on that joint. It's really stiff on mine, you can even hear. I'm actually scared I might break it if I try forcing it past that. So be aware, yours might not be as tight as mine, but it might still be tight. And I'm really scared that I might break that joint. But his lower joint does move perfectly fine. We do get some waist swivel. We should get some swivel up here, but like I said, I can't get mine free, and I feel like I'm just putting stress on that joint by doing that. His legs do go out. We do get that hinge joint with the legs, so we can drop the leg out. It goes out that far, it goes back that far, goes out to about that far. He swivels at the thigh. Double jointed at the knee, and I really do like the way they did the knee, his knee pad right here. They do a good job covering it up, and it hides that joint really well. We do get a ball joint in the, it feels like a hinge, but I'm pretty sure it's a ball joint because I can move it around pretty well. It does swivel up and down, and we do get a slight rocker ankle, although yeah, we do get some slight rocker ankle, some slight pivot, but it's not the best, so be aware of that. And then we do get a toe hinge. So overall, really good figure. What I'm going to do now is get Deadshot posed for my final thoughts, then we'll wrap up this review, so sit tight everyone. So here we have Deadshot posed for my final thoughts, and after about 20 minutes of rigorously applying dishwashing liquid into his torso, I finally got this joint moving. You can hear it is still really creaky, but you know, it's moving no problem now, so I like the figure a lot better now that I can pose him. But anyway, I actually picked my Deadshot up off Big Bad Toy Store, and I believe he was $59 with shipping, so it came out to about $64, give or take. Now that's what you're normally going to be paying for import figures, but overall I really do think you need to pick up this Deadshot. Even if you have the Multiverse Deadshot or you're not a fan of the Suicide Squad line, I really do think you need to pick this up, especially if you've already picked up the Multiverse figures, because he is a welcome addition to your collection. Even though he's not a Multiverse figure, he looks phenomenal in the display, and he looks so good next to Harley Quinn and Joker. But overall, can't recommend this figure enough, especially if you're a fan of the DC movies right now. And if you haven't seen, we are getting a Justice League Batman, so we can actually have Deadshot versus Batman. Really looking forward to that come November. But anyway, guys, as always, I'm King of Dragons 5000. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go check out all my other action figure reviews. All my Suicide Squad figures are also up, so go ahead and check those out. And as always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, go ahead and let me know down in the comments, and if it fits in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Take care, everyone.